Hello one and all. Today I have a message for you from the wild, and indeed it is a message that, as I'm receiving downloads for it, for you, is becoming quite wild. A message from the wild and a wild message. So we're going to jump straight in. Saturday the 25th of April, about 20 past 2 in the afternoon, GMT. I've literally just got back from foraging some wild garlic. I'm going to put a short up of that visit and link it to this video. So I'll put the link to that in the description box below. And the thumbnail to this video is a very small patch of wild garlic that's growing at the bottom of our garden. We're very blessed with a very small patch. So let's look at these beautiful messages. I have cleansed the scene with Palo Santo. We are gracing with clear quartz crystal and the amethyst crystal. Pointy stick, green's wand, more amethyst at the top of that, citrine, moss agate at the end. And 4 decks. We're going to have Jessica Roux, because her cards are about the wild. And they are Woodland Wardens. The Wild Unknown, isn't it? The Wild Unknown Oracle. Kim Krans, thank you Kim. Brian Froud, Fairy Oracle, because that place where I foraged some wild garlic leaves is very, very enchanted. And yeah, so just go and have a look at that short. And Storm Raven, of course, and of course something from the Bag of Charms. So without further ado, or much ado about nothing, let us begin. I was actually going to do a talk yesterday on hawthorn, Huatha, but gremlins were at play, and after the 5th attempt and literally the computer literally shutting down, this is a sign, not today, Carie. So I took that message and went with it, but today is a different day. And today the energy is wild. It's about health. It's about love. Let me tell you about wild garlic. Wild garlic, as you'll see in that short, where I've got the link in the description box, is growing at the moment, at the end of April, coming into May. It's really coming into full blossom now. It really is at its best. And the small patch we have at the end of the garden, the flowers are there and the bees are drinking of the nectar, which is beautiful. So wild garlic, there are different kinds, but the kind I'm going to talk to you about in this reading is Allium ursinum. Now, as we know, garlic of any nature, any kind of garlic, is really good for you, but particularly wild garlic. It turns out it's a bit of a superfood. It's very good for cardiovascular, keeping the heart and the cardiovascular system healthy. It lowers your blood pressure. I did read it's antimicrobial, antibacterial. It's just, the list goes on. It really is one of nature's, Gaia's superfoods. Here in the UK, we're really lucky because it's no longer on the endangered list, which is good. And today, when I picked a few leaves, I did ask permission from the garlic, from the bank and from Gaia, and I didn't take many leaves, just a few. If you do go and pick some wild garlic, don't take much. You can take the flowers. I didn't take the flowers because I feel that the bees need the flowers more than I do. So I just took about 10 leaves, which I'll put into some salad, other salad leaves tonight, and derive all the goodness and the yumminess from that. So, yeah, Allium ursinum. We're saying about calming, reducing the pressure. This reading is about spending time in nature. If you're a forager, go and forage, but be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, research it before you pick it, and definitely research it, or ask somebody that knows about foraging in your area or country or part of the world. take some advice. I've been foraging for many years, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah. So wild garlic, really, really good. You can eat the flower, the leaves, the stem, and the bulbs, but we are encouraged not to remove many flower heads, if any, and definitely not the bulbs, because we want the plant to come back after we've taken some leaves. So if you're going to forage, please don't take much. Ask first permission and give thanks and gratitude before taking, and just don't take much, because nature is there for the wild, for the animals, insects. They need all this stuff much more than we do. So let's be really mindful how we do it. So some of the other downloads were happening as I was putting this thought into this beautiful reading today for you guys. So a number that came through was 444 and also 4444. So 3 4s are 12 and 4 4s are 16. 6 and 1 is 7. Anyone who knows me knows that I love a 7. I'm going to sneeze. Ooh. Oh, thank you. Bless me. So that very rarely happens. But what it means is, my friends, extra emphasis, threefold emphasis on 7. 7 is definitely very lucky and very spoken of in this reading for me and for you, wonderful viewer and listener. So there are messages coming through wild garlic and through being in nature about stillness, gratitude, stopping, taking time, allowing calmness to come in, being still, being mindful, in green spaces in particular. Green is also the colour of the heart chakra, and there are love elements coming through on the reading. Now, I think I knew this, at least I'm not sure I knew it. But if you look at the shape of the wild garlic leaves, you will see that they are pointed. This is called lanceolate, like a lance, which is interesting because that drew me directly to Lancelot, who was, of course, the secret lover of King Arthur's Queen Guinevere. So there's something about forbidden love in this message today. This may be a secret Lancelot, or a Lancelot that's coming in for you. He's on his way, but you don't know. But there's something about forbidden love in this message, so I give that to you. We are going to start to pull some cards. Let us begin. Woodland Wardens with Jessica Roux. I'm going to put all the cards in the description box. Spirit, may we have a card from Woodland Wardens? What would Woodland Wardens like to add to allium ursinum, wild garlic? I'm very pleased to say as I shuffle that wild garlic is no longer on the endangered plant list in the UK. Definitely still doesn't mean you can go out and, harvest loads and loads. As I said, try and avoid taking the flowers, and definitely don't take the bulbs. Take a few leaves. They're very lovely, washed and chopped fresh. Or you can saute them. I think if you boil them, it is quite a delicate plant, and I think you might lose some of the goodness. So raw is probably best. Oops, too many there, thank you. I'm going to do another shuffle. These aren't speaking at the moment. They spoke earlier. Interesting. Woodland Wardens. Anything to say for wild garlic? 444, 12, 4, 4, 4, 4, 16, 6 and 1 is 7. They've gone quiet. Okay, thank you. So we have been given the bear and cedar, leadership. Just scry a little bit first. This says to me, leadership is looking you straight in the face. You are being encouraged, beautiful soul, to take the lead on something in your life. Now, it could be something concerning love. It could be romantic love. I get the sense that we are, to some degree, talking about romantic love, simply because we got the message of Lancelot of the Leaf pertaining to Sir Lancelot, the lover of Arthur's Guinevere. So I think it does include romantic love, but it could be other love connections, leadership. It could be in a business project, in a hobby, in another friendship or relationship, but it could pertain to romantic love. And this says to me, this card, with the way the bear's looking, is this is staring you straight in the face. Take leadership. Lead. Even if it's for yourself, be your own leader on this issue. If it's in other contexts, it may be that you have a lot of knowledge or more knowledge or expertise than you're willing to admit. And Spirit is now asking you to recognize you have enough talent to lead. So I love this. More will unfold as we draw cards. Thank you, Spirit. Absolutely beautiful. Where should we go next? We will go to... Let's go to Brian. Brian Froud. As you know, if you follow the channel, and by the way, I'm going to do the homework now, or the... can't think of the other word, not the homework. Housekeeping. What am I like? Thank you for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Then you know when new shorts, new videos drop. But definitely subscribe. There is a buy me a coffee button. Coffin? Dear, that was a misspeak. Buy me a coffin. Okay, we're going to have to try that one. So something might be coming to an end. Death of a situation. Oof. Buy me a coffee is what I meant to say. Thank you. What have we got? Ooh, luminous loom. Doom. Luminous doom. Okay. Okay. Oh, we've got another one there. Oh gosh, it'll be the retriever. We've been given 2. So I'm going to see what I can scry first of all. So luminous doom or loom. Yeah. It's interesting. Number 56, 5 and 6 is 11. 11 is divine. Again, there's a divine message here. This is definitely a very strong message from divinity for you today. From the bear, who looks you straight in the face to say, it's time to lead on the issue we talked about. Now, luminous loom or doom, and I will look and see what Brian says in a moment, is holding what looks like a drop of water, but I'm taking that to be a crystal ball. Doesn't want to focus either. This is interesting. Maybe a little bit too much light saturation. Spirit, can we get some focus on this, please? Not happening quite yet. But he's also got shiny fingers in that sort of ET way, where the end of the finger is, there's magic in there. Some people have magic hands, healing hands. He's also standing on another creature, trying to raise himself up. There's a lot of water, and it looks like tears. You're sad about something is what I'm picking up. You're sad about something. It might be something that you have scried in your crystal ball, something you have divine, been given by divine. Something is making you sad. And these are tears of sadness, is what I feel. This guy seems to be growing up, or, you know, be close to the water. There's a lot of water surrounding him. So it could be water signs are particularly relevant in this part of the reading. And that is, of course, Scorpio, well, Cancer, and Pisces. Now we're about to have a full moon in Scorpio on the 1st of May. Is it the 1st of May? Is it really May Day? It'll be the full pink moon, I think. I've got to check that. Full moon in Scorpio. Yeah, it's the full moon, the only full moon of the year. I did read that somewhere. So it's very powerful. It's going to be powerful for me, and particularly for any other water sign, but particularly Scorpios. Whether you're first, second or third decan of the sign. Let's see what Brian says. So sadness here. Sadness here. He's feeling gloomy. Gloominess loom or doom. I think it's D. I'm going to try and see what Brian says about this. Still going great. Sometimes when I've pressed this, the video has stopped. So, Spirit, please may we just see what Luminous Doom says. So, you're upset about something. There have been tears released. When tears come up for release, friends, try not to suppress them. Try to let them out, because that helps the emotion to flow through. If we block any kind of release, you know, emotional release, tummy rumbles, yawns, tears, even wind burps, it kind of backs up on itself, and it can cause somatic headaches, or emotion-linked headaches, and it can also cause overwhelm because the system is flooded, or, you know, bunged up, not flooded, the opposite, bunged up. Okay, Luminous Doom. What does Brian say? Oh, interesting. It comes before the Soul Shrinker, so I think the placing of it is important. Yes. So the key words that Brian gives us: self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction, taking care of ourselves. Okay. This is making sense. Spirit is saying, you're shedding tears, you're sad about something that you think you've seen here. Not sure you have. You're being asked to take control, lead, be the leader in your own life here. Don't give in to self-pity, self-defeat. It's asking you to take care of yourself now. I think that's what Luminous Loom. wait. Doom. Sorry. The script is so lovely, but it's very floral. It's difficult to see if it's a D or an L, but it is a D. Doom. Okay, so the clarifier for Luminous Doom is I'll be the retriever. 41. 41. 4 and 1 is 5. You're being asked to change that. 5's always about change, equidistant between 0 and 10. If you're in a mode, in a funk of self-destruction and all that stuff, you're being asked to change that. Spirit is gently saying you've got all the skills to lead your own life in this aspect, I think. Yeah. The other message I'm getting from Luminous Doom is, if we're saying there's a forbidden love going on, you may be shedding tears over it. Yeah, it may be, whatever reason it's forbidden, star-crossed lovers. Perhaps someone isn't detached from a relationship, they're still attached. Perhaps there has to be secrecy, and that doesn't rest easy with you. Could be that. Yeah. Or it could be that there's a love that's been lost, and that's where you're shedding tears over. So you are being asked to take the lead on that and to look after yourself. It may really be that what Brian is saying on the other Luminous Doom, self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction, self-pity, taking care of ourselves. Yeah, you're being asked to take care of yourselves at this time. It does feel like it is some sort of close relationship, possibly romantic, possibly a spouse. Closer relationship, I think. Not necessarily a friend. Possibly a good friend. But I am feeling lovers. So Ilby is giving us more information with the clarifier for Luminous Doom. What do I scry? Oh, okay. That's interesting. What I'm getting from Ilby the Retriever is definitely a look of compassion and love in this creature's eyes. But it seems like he's holding another scrying divination tool, like a mini crystal, up to his throat. And for me, this is talking about speaking your truth. You might need to vocalize or verbalize something around this sadness, this luminous doom. It's all interchangeable, sorry. And that once you verbalize it, you admit it to yourself, either out loud, in your mind, in your heart, in your throat. Let the words reverberate. That helps healing, with the healing. Things will get better, but look how compassionately this creature is looking at you. I feel that there's a message of love from the universe there with Ilby. Your pain, your suffering is seen, if that's what's happening at the moment. Let's just see what Brian says about Ilby the Retriever. 41. 41. Oh, I sound like a bingo caller. Hang on, wait. Mick the Myomancer was 42. Ilby the Retriever. Office of Unclaimed Property. Hopes and wishes. Loyalty. Okay, hopes, wishes and loyalty. What I'm getting from that is not only the universe is showing you love and compassion. The universe and divine want you to show yourself love and compassion at this time. Don't need to shed tears now. Be there for yourself. That's what the leadership card is about. The bear and the cedar. And the bear in this respect also is bearing. You've borne the pain. You've been bearing the upset, distress, the tears. Time to move on a bit from that. I think that's what Spirit is guiding you here. You've got the skills to move past this now. Allow that emotion to release by processing it. Okay? And the supporter is Ilby the Retriever. I love that message because Ilby then, Office of Unclaimed Property, hopes and wishes, loyalty. Ilby is saying be loyal to yourself. Perhaps we spend a lot of our life or time on this earthly plane waiting for others to turn up for us. But we need to turn up for ourselves, is what this card is saying. Love you, souls. What a beautiful message. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So let's go to Kim. Oh, I haven't used Kim's deck for ages. Beautiful. I did a pre-shuffle. Just going to do that again. I love this message of wild garlic. So nice. Love, the heart, healing. What came to me, now don't laugh, I'll have to start an advertising campaign for wild garlic or something. I decided it's called an incredible edible. I'm sure someone has thought of that before. I'm not as clever as I think. Incredible edible. Just simply because it really is a superfood. Ooh, something has flown out. It hasn't turned over. Let's have a look. Okay, a bit of a message of the same sort. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Five of Cups from Kim. Crying over spilt milk. Seeing only the spilled cups and not the full cups that are there for us. Crestfallen, hanging your head low. I'm also picking up, this might be for people who are the year of the horse, which is me. I am a fire horse. So if you're Chinese year of the horse, this may apply to you also. Yeah. What else does Kim say? I think it is pretty much a traditional reading of the Five of Cups. But she may have additional insight. Grief, disappointment, yeah. You know, the tears, the luminous luminous doom, luminous gloom. Bearing the pain, the sadness. You're moving past it, my friends. You are moving past it. And my mind is racing ahead. So let's just see. Was there any other keywords? Yeah. Of course you're disappointed if a situation didn't work out. But know this. If it didn't work out, it wasn't meant for you at this time. For what is meant for you will never pass you by. Rejection is God's protection, or divine universe's protection. Yeah? So hold that thought. Can we have a clarifier, please, for... Oh, that didn't take long. There we go, yeah. So Hanged Man, the beautiful hanging bat, has come. I don't even need to look at that, the keywords. But it's you're stopping and taking time to reflect, to heal, to process the emotions, the disappointment. It might have been a wild, passionate love affair when we're thinking about Lancelot and Guinevere. Might have been that. But it may have burnt bright for a while, but now has faded. Okay? You're being asked and told that you have support from the universe, and that's what this reading is. Step back. Hang there in reflection. I'm trying to think what else. And of course, gosh, so many fives. 4 for the bear. 4 for the bear. 11 for Luminous Doom. 5 for Ilby. 5 for the cups. And of course, 7 for the Hanged Man. Major Arcana. Sorry, no, 12. My Roman numerals. Not 7. I'm preoccupied with 7. Carie, it's not 7. It is 12. So Hanged Man is 12. And particularly with Kim's 12, her Hanged Man. Yeah, she sort of, the bat is wrapping itself up. You might want to cuddle yourself away under your duvet, or under a blanket in the garden, or safely somewhere in nature. The Hanged Man. Sacrifice, letting go. Yeah, you're being asked and encouraged to let go of something, and it is this Lancelot and Guinevere thing, this relationship that's disappointed. Perhaps you gave a lot of love, and it wasn't reciprocated. I'm not sure, but you're being asked to let it go. Step back, let it go. Time for reflection. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. And good self-care, good self-care. So may we have a card from Storm Raven, my own deck. That's too many, please. And then we'll take some charms. This has turned out to be not necessarily wild, but we've been given 2. Quite intense. Intense in a way that when you crunch into a garlic leaf, the taste buds are flooded with wonderful tastes and smells of garlic. The senses are flooded in that sense. So the clarifiers from Storm Raven are, first of all, air, act as if. Spend time in the sun, that's the yellow. Act as if is saying, even if you haven't let go and you're in the process of letting go, act as if you have let go. Be in that state that you wish to call in. I think that's what that's saying. Act as if. Okay? And then the other clarifier, old to new. Earth, old to new. Something from that old relationship that you're being encouraged to let go of, you will be able to move forward in a new way with. And I think that means you'll see something from a different perspective, which is talking about the Hanged Man, isn't it? That's what Hanged Man is telling us. All is not lost. Even when relationships falter, when they fail, when they don't work, they were never a waste of time, okay? There was something in there that happened emotionally that informed us more about our life journey, or how strong we were, or what to avoid next time. Something in there would have been helpful. Bag of charms. May we have 2 charms. One from the heart of the matter, the left arm up to the heart, please. Thank you. Thank you. That's lovely. And one from the periphery of the matter. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Lovely. So the heart of the matter is again a 5. We have the divine white enamelled starfish. What I'm getting from this is again a 5. So many 5s. Change, change, change. If you've been stuck, you're going to be able to let it go. Yeah, I feel that's good. You're a star in the universe is what they're trying to tell me here. You are loved by the universe. You're supported by the universe, particularly at this time of struggle, sacrifice, suffering, if that's what you've been going through. But it's saying to me, change is happening. You're moving through that now. You have what it takes. No need to bear the sorrow anymore, the disappointment. You've had that. You've done that. Allow it to release, and on you move. You're letting go in order to process things and stand back, take a different perspective on the situation, move forward then. So I love this. Yeah. Starfish. Put it the right way around, Carie. That's it. Starfish. What I'm also getting from that is that this letting go, the end of this relationship, the Lancelot and the Guinevere moment, and it was written in the stars, either that it happened and or that it couldn't last, perhaps because it was a forbidden love, or it wasn't right in some way, wasn't right for you in some way, didn't fit your energetic mark. Vibration, that's the word. Your energetic vibration. Thank you, Spirit. And the other periphery of the matter, but is a huge charm, is anchor. This is quite positive, friends. I think this is saying you are anchored. You're going to be anchored again, because I think you haven't felt anchored. You felt sad, you felt disappointed, tears, letting go, loss, grief. Coffin came in. Buy me a coffin, buy me a coffee. In these contexts of these readings on the channel, every misspeak brings in another message, and so the coffin would fit in with the end of the relationship, death to a relationship. Okay, you will feel anchored again, and that's coming now, because you're getting so many 5s here that it's saying change is happening. Change is afoot, my friends. So about half an hour. Wonderful. I will put the link to the wild garlic scenario motif in the description box below. Have a look at both, and all that remains for me to say on this Saturday afternoon, just before 3 p.m. GMT. I will see you again soon. I'm definitely going to be putting up a couple of posts probably, and definitely I'm going to do something around the full moon in Scorpio, because it does coincide with, I think it's Mayday Beltana. So that's going to be quite a big one. I may go and visit the beacon tree for that and get some messages and downloads. Let's see. But thank you for being here. Do the thing. like, share, and very importantly, subscribe. Tell your friends. I will see you in the next one, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. Bye.